The drugs are a cause of great concern in the society nowadays. And we know from the teachings of Islam, Islam prohibits them completely. So this requires us to pay greater attention to the ahkam of Islam and make sure that we do whatever we can to prevent this harming ourselves and our children and future generations. It's mentioned in the Holy Quran that Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, O believers, the khamr, the alcohol and the maisir, the gambling, are rijsun min amali shaytan. They are just defilement by the action of shaytan. فَاجْتَنِبُوهُ لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ. So you must stay away from that if you want to acquire the prosperity. So this verse highlights that khamr, yani anything that intoxicates you, potentially, that could include the wine, that could include the alcohol, or any other liquid or solid or even gas substance that will potentially intoxicate. So that will be included under the heading of khamr, and that will be prohibited by Islam. This clearly highlights that a human being that will get indulged into these kind of things by the action of shaitan. So you must defeat shaitan and must not get distracted by the tricks of shaitan. So this is a very common topic in the media and a popular topic, but it's under discussed in the Muslim sectors because we think that our kids are protected by the teaching of Islam. It's time that we realize the importance of the issue and address it before it gets too late. Because the teenage and adolescence is that period which is very critical time of human development. And teenagers are more impulsive, risk-taking, and can easily digress away. So teenagers might have stress and they would need substance to cope with that. And this will take them down the path of using drugs more regularly. Almost 47% of the youth in America and European countries were found to indulge into drug in the teenage. There are similar patterns in the Muslim youth as well, in Arab countries and in European countries as well. So it's something that's of great importance the parents need to pay attention to. So Islam completely prohibits consumption of any substance that will be harmful for the body. And for parents and the guardians, they have a duty to make sure that they look after themselves, they take care of their own iman and the iman and the welfare of the children as well. Allah Ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, O believers, قُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ وَأَهْلِيكُمْ نَارًا. O believers, protect yourself and your family from the fire whose fuel will be human beings and the stones. وَقُودُهَا النَّاسُ وَالْحِجَارَةُ. Pak says, كُلُّكُمْ رَاعٍ وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولٌ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ. That every single one of you is a shepherd and you will be questioned about your ward. Meaning that the parents are going to be questioned about the children and how they raise them. So therefore it's their responsibility to make sure that they raise the kids in the line of the teachings of the Quran and the Sunnah. So drugs are harmful for us as Muslims because they will distract us from the ibadat of Almighty Allah. For Muslims, the greatest responsibility and the greatest duty is to do the worship of Allah Ta'ala. That's our main goal, and our prosperity for the hereafter should be our greatest aim. Hadith Mubarakah mentions that كُلُّ مُسْكِرٍ حَرَامٍ. Every intoxicant is completely haram for Muslims. Hadith Pak says that Allah Ta'ala has made it haqq upon Himself, and He has made a covenant upon Himself that whoever will utilize intoxicants, He will make them drink the mud of khibal. Khibal is that place in the hell where all the pus of the people of the hell gathers. So that person will drink from that. So those who utilize these khamr in the dunya will end up in this state in the hereafter, that they will have to drink from the khibal, all the pus of the people of the hellfire. On the other hand, those who stay away from it and they don't utilize intoxicants and drinks in the dunya and the substances, then they will get this is the hereafter in Jannah. So in Jannah they will have the rivers of sharab al-tahur, pure sharab, flowing in front of their palaces. Subhanallah. Hadith Pak mentioned that the person, when they're drinking alcohol and utilizing alcohol, they are not believer at that time. Yani if they die in that state, they won't die as a believer. What a great calamity would that be, to die in such a state. And you never know when that death might arrive. For those who get addicted to alcohol, then they never have any control over themselves. So they never know in what state you might end up in the dunya. And Hadith Pak also mentions, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالْخَوَاتِيمِ. The actions depend upon how you end. So if the end is not good, then that means the whole life will be wasted. You might have been a good person throughout your life. You might have done good actions in the life. But if you do one bad action, and that becomes your last action in the dunya, and you die, you leave dunya in that state, then you will meet your Lord in that similar state. So that will be a great calamity to meet your Lord while committing sins. Now there are three people who Allah Ta'ala will not let them enter Jannah. So one of those three individuals is Mudmin al-Khamr, the one who is addicted to intoxicants. And remember that everything that's linked to Khamr has been cursed by Allah Ta'ala. Cursed means that it will be kept away from the mercy of Allah Ta'ala. So Khamr itself, the brewer, the one who produces it, the one who gets it produced, the one who carries it, the one who it is carried for, the one who buys and sells, all of these people, even the table where it is served is cursed by Almighty Allah. And everything that intoxicates in larger amounts, Sarkar said that it's also prohibited in smaller amounts. So very limited quantity of khamr and alcohol that's found in many substances is also not jais. So many drinks nowadays, supermarket drinks, they would have very small amount of maybe 0.5% of ethanol or other types of alcohols in them. That will be not jais in any way. So we must realize that khamr is ummul khaba'ith, yani it's the source of all evils and is the key to evil and the corruption. So if we want to protect ourselves and our future generations, then we must take action now and must learn about the evils that are attached to drugs and other substances. So raise awareness, protect yourself and your family from this evil.